Okay, people, this is going to be I don't know what to call it, not quite a tutorial because I'm going to be figuring this out as I go along, but a walkthrough of how I have installed the Starvation mod for 7 Days to Die. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go find the Starvation mod. So I'm going to go to the forums, go to modding tools, and then I'm going to see it's not there. Then I'm going to go to SDX tool. That sounds good. Then Starvation by SDX team. I'm going to page 1, and I'm going to kind of briefly skim over this stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Here's something that's important. This mod is demanding. It is strongly advisable you have a bare minimum of 8 gigabytes of RAM, preferably 16 gigabytes. So let's see what I got. Let's see, it's Windows 10. I don't know the quickest way to do this anymore. I don't have any porn on here. That's good. Anyway, I actually don't know how to do this in these new Windows. My name is Rick. How you doing? You have no idea how to pull up the system configuration, so I'm just going to do dxdiag. I know what I have, but this makes it easy. This tells me I'm running Windows 10 Pro 64-bit. I have 8 gigs of RAM, so this should be interesting. I thought I had 16. Something might not be right here. Anyway, so exit that. Blah, 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 blah. Installation, check this post for installation instructions. All right, here are the available links and what they have. This link contains our new launcher created by blah. So I'm going to go ahead and download that. Let's see. I need this. Okay, clone or download. Download zip. I need that. Overview document. Wow. Okay. How about installing? Guess it's not in there. I'm not going to do my dedicated server. If you need the following, blah, 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 it's blah, blah, blah. All right, so looks like all I really need is this thing here and this thing here. But one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to back up my 7 Days to Die folder. So let's see, I'm going to go to, I have a separate Steam login. Steam apps, common, 7 Days to Die. I'm going to copy this, then I'm going to paste it. And basically it's going to create a totally separate copy of 7 Days to Die that's going to be totally unaffected by anything I do on my other 7 Days to Die copies. That way I can totally fuck this up and totally be okay, totally. So I will be renaming this to 7 Days to Die Starvation and then running my executable from there. That way I don't have to worry about any kind of conflicts or the game updating and breaking the mod or anything else. So right click, rename, Starvation. All right, let's see what else we got to do. Let's see. It doesn't actually tell you what you're supposed to install it. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, explaining, but it doesn't actually explain the installation procedures. Wow, I'm really glad I'm doing this then. So I guess I do the SDX version first? That kind of makes sense. Full version of SDX mods, you need SDX to compile and run it. So I guess I need that first. Well, this is lovely. Yeah, I don't know what you're supposed to do with this, but sure, that's pretty much worthless then. XDS version. I don't know what you're supposed to do with it, I guess. Put in desktop, see what that does. I'm not downloading any kind of GitHub bullshit. Alright, so that was useless. Let's try this other thing first. I'm going to use WinRAR. RAR Labs, RAR Labs, RAR Labs. Are you kidding me? I gotta have RAR Labs in here somewhere. So I'm just having all sorts of problems. Yeah, download WinRAR. No, what the fuck happened here? Wow, this is... No, I don't want to do that. Why people gotta change shit? There we go. Companies gotta change their shit all the time. No thanks. Okay, I really find this document totally useless for installs. I feel like there should be something more in here. Like, you know, files. Ah, that hurt. Let's see, I don't like context menus. I don't even want a program group. Great, now I can open this file. Oops. Maybe this shows a little bit something else. No, there's just no files in here. I don't know what to do with that file. It's worthless to me. All right, let's try this then. I'm going to go ahead and make a starve folder. Extract to starve. Go to starve. And then starve launcher. Okay, thanks. Okay, this is interesting. All right. So I'm going to not do Steam like I said. I want to do Steam 2, Steam Apps, Common, and then that one. Build the game. Interesting. Guess I should update first. Whatever server this is hosted on is slow as fuck, but that's okay. It's only 15 megs. Always update first. That way I'm not dealing with any old versions. So anytime I open some sort of software like this, I update it. I don't know why the latest updated version is not on the GitHub, but that's not for me to figure out or care about. Yes, I got that message from the last time you gave it to me. I just don't care about it. I'll free up memory later. I guess it's just going to not work at all. Yes, okay, anyway. Still my Steam 2, so that's fine. Alright, so it's downloading a bunch of shit. So I'm going to let it download new files. Looks like it's downloading prefabs, all sorts of crazy interesting shit. So I'm just going to wait for this to finish. Alright, we are closer to finishing the download than we were before. Be glad I paused it because this was a very boring sit through. I want to reiterate once again that this is not a tutorial. This is simply a video of me trying to figure out how to install it from scratch after having read nothing on how to install this mod. People may find it helpful, maybe not. I'm not really trying to make it helpful. Oh, of course the end is going to drag. Alright, so it downloaded and it synchronized something or other. It's doing its thingamabobbies with its widgets. And this Baba Deluxe is checking for updates. And then it says start, so I guess I'm going to click start. Okay, I have the game. And my guess that's it. I don't know. I'm going to join the Starvation server and see what happens. If I can find a Starvation server. Let's see if any of this crazy stuff works. Loading menu takes a definitely longer amount of time. I probably should have freed up some memory because I really thought I was running more than 8 gigs of RAM on this machine. Thought I had 16. Maybe a chip's loose. I don't have to go in and poke around and see. Come on. Loading blocks. All right. Let's see what we got here. Nothing new here. Nothing weird to see. Connect to server. Click on the modded tab. I figured that might be important. It says Starvation, but it also says password protected. So let me see if I can do this without a password protected game. I'm going to go down a limb and say that I'm not going to be able to do that. How come I can't scroll down? Well, oh, that's right. I got to go here. I don't know. I'm pretty new at using this browser. Normally I just click this button and go to town. Let's see here. Starvation mod. It is unlocked. Click connect and see what happens. Boom, boom, boom. I paused the video because it waited for server for about 50,000 billion years. It's generating distant terrain right now. So obviously everything loads slower with Starvation, which makes sense because they're adding a lot more assets and has to do synchronizations in a whole different way. They have to kind of jury rig it. Okay, I am in a Starvation server running Starvation. And big animal, big forage, big oven. I mean, the stuff seems to be here. And that seems to be what we're doing. Alrighty, that was pretty easy and straightforward. Just ignore the instructions on the first page and only use the launcher. That's it. I'll join the server later.